Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Miss Anne and our fellow friends. My name is Nurjana binti Abdullah. I'm from Group 3. Today, me and my friends will present our assignment. Okay, so my part is I will go for introduction. Okay, education system play an important role in every country. Education transformation in each country may be different due to the nationality, political, and socio-economy in other country. Our education system is divided by two. They are government and public. And in Malaysia also we have several level of education that which are primary, secondary, vocational and tertiary. The next slide I will pass to my friend to elaborate more.
Hi, morning, Miss Anne and fellow members. I'm Batman, and I'm going to speak about the strength and weaknesses of the primary school system. So, firstly, primary school is the early education where people go through in their lives. So, this phase of education is very important because what happens here paves the way for how a person thinks in the future. So, firstly, let me talk about the strength. The strengths of the primary school education is that it places a lot of emphasis on communication skills. So this is set out in the national curriculum where they emphasize basic communication skills like reading, writing, which is essential for people to communicate with each other and to what you call coexist in a team, right? So a lot of the years are spent on practicing writing and reading skills. Besides that, it also stresses the importance of students to be able to converse in one's mother tongue. So, as we are all aware, in Malaysia, we have various ethnics. The medium of instruction is in Bahasa Malaysia, Bahasa Melayu, and but nevertheless, the government recognizes the needs for one individual not to forget their own mother tongue. So, hence, in line with this, certain time periods are allocated for what is called people's own language (POL) classes, whereby each ethnic will go for their, like the Malays will go for their agama class, the Tamils will go for Tamil class, and the Chinese will go for Chinese class. So while the national language is of importance, but the mother tongue is also given importance too. Now, besides that, the national curriculum of the primary school education also stresses the importance of students to be able to think critically. The government recognizes that thinking critically is the way forward to the future. So, in line with that, group activities across all subjects are aligned in a way that the questions and the mode of delivery finally boils down to how to create critical thinkers in students. Next. However, there are some weaknesses in the primary school education. So, firstly, there are lack of trained teachers to teach science and maths in English. So, as we all know, moving the way forward, English is the medium language used to teach science and maths. However, not all schools can cater to this as there are lack of trained teachers. So, besides that, we also lack IT trained teachers. So, as we are all aware, the whole world is advancing towards technology, and we should embrace technology. So, almost all subjects, has an IT element in it. So, sadly, we lack trained teachers in technology. Next. So my recommendation is to curb the issue of lack of teachers in English. I would suggest that the government takes in initiatives to bring in experienced retired teachers who have been teaching in science and English who have been teaching science and maths in English over the years. We should try to recall them and make use of their expertise to train the existing teachers how to teach these two subjects in English. Okay. Secondly, to overcome the issue of lack of IT trained teachers, the government could probably introduce some kind of tax incentives for private companies to step in to provide relevant IT training to teachers. So in this way, every community will be benefited. Right. That's all for my part. I'll pass on to the next member. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Batman. So I'm going to continue my part. My name is Eza Nurhazima binti Husin. Okay, as we know, national secondary schools are in charge of providing public secondary education in Malaysia, which is called as Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan. There are certain pros and cons to Malaysian secondary school system. The strengthened Malaysian secondary school system is more competent and high quality education, which is intend those who are between age 13 to 17. They have two levels of secondary school, which is low secondary and high secondary. The low secondary refers to Form 1 until Form 3, and upper secondary refer to Form 4 and Form 5. Okay, the chance for students to study following the different level standards exists. Students have also variety of options, including special education, literacy, science, and so on. Next. Okay, the effectiveness of Malaysian secondary school system is also demonstrated by the advantage of standard curriculum and assessment document, the SKP, which is more inclusive, holistic, and accessible to all society level. Teachers may assess students continually to determine the level of mastery in subject, lesson, and take appropriately measures to rise student accomplishment. Moreover, next slide. The assessment curriculum standard document is the SKP also include 21st century skills and high level thinking skills. Okay? This integration is done to create a person who is academically, spiritually, emotionally, physically balanced and harmonious. However, there are still significant flaws in our secondary school system, which is more oriented, focused towards examination only. To enhance academic through the national examination system, every learner must learn a gap and must learn every topic in the class. Furthermore, the high-level syllabus structure in curriculum in Malaysia schools is continually developing in response to demand and the passage of time. The necessary to upgrade the education curriculum to align is with today's levels of science, technology, and culture, as well as the demand of advanced society. Society it is developed in one factor contribute to the increased students' study loads. So, my recommendation for secondary schools, in order to develop abilities and jobs, Malaysian secondary schools should collaborate with institutions, either public or other public institution that provides social entrepreneurship program for secondary schools. I also recommend to Ministry of Education to do a pilot studies and paying a particular attention to their flaws while collaborating with Ministry of Human Resource to find a better solution for this problem. So I will pass to my next slide.
I'm Muhammad Nur Nabil bin Rahman. I'm going to present strengths and weaknesses of vocational education. So, vocational education, or also known as TVET, is a type of education that focuses on preparing students for specific careers. Next slide. One of the main benefits of vocational education is that it opens up opportunities for students who may not excel in academics. For example, students who are not interested in academic can join in the culinary field will have the opportunity to become a chef. Next, TVET education can enhance the competitiveness. Next, TVET education can enhance the competitiveness of domestic industries. By providing workers with the skills and knowledge, TVET education can increase the potential of domestic industry. Japan is a prime example of how TVET education can increase the potential of domestic industry, like Honda, Toyota, Sony, and so on. After that, TVET is important to produce a skilled workforce in technical and specific fields. TVET programs provide students with hands-on training and practical experience in their chosen field. For instance, students from automotive, they can work as mechanics in workshops or open their own workshops. Indirectly, this can produce local entrepreneurs and reduce the reliance on foreign workers in our country. Next slide. So, weaknesses of vocational education. First, lack of access to modern facilities and equipment. This problem can make it challenging for students to gain hands-on experience and build the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in the workforce. For example, when I was studying subject ticketing and reservation, the institution cannot provide the real software due to high cost. So the only choice that we have is to discover it by theoretically. After that, lack of experienced teachers and trainers are lead to students may not receive the training and guidance they need to build the skills and knowledge needed in the workforce. For instance, from my experience at the vocational college, most of the teachers in tourism are from various backgrounds such as accountants, sports science, business, and this led me to lack a real understanding of the tourism industry with a real world experience. And the third is lack of career guidance and counseling. Students may struggle to navigate the job market or to identify career paths that match their skills and interests. For example, currently I'm changing my field from tourism into education due to the counselor is not helping much in the career. Next slide. So for my recommendation of TVET, provide the latest facilities and equipment to all students based on skill area. This will help students develop their practical skills and prepare them for the workforce. Next, hiring experienced teachers and trainers which can provide students with valuable insights and practical knowledge. Plus, this will help the students access to career guidance and counseling services on how to succeed in the workforce. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Nabil. Hi, I'm Shazwi. I will present the theory education in Malaysia, where this ministry has undergone changes since the government introduced the Malaysian education blueprint to guarantee the quality of education. So here are some strengths. The first is higher earning potential and employability. This is because there are collaboration between university with industry to support internship and ensure the marketability of their graduates. As a result, its tertiary education are increasingly gaining a reputation as leader in producing high quality and work-ready graduates. The second also create an opportunity for educators to engage in new technology tools to make them relevant in the industry. This is because the content of this level curriculum is adapted according to the needs of the industry, where educators connect students through technology so that they get experience in industrial training that reflects their real working. The third is this level can also help in personal development, especially for students, because they can hone soft skill and learn many other things that can help improve their quality in the future, such as time management, communication skill, and so on. The fourth is the theory education can also connect network. For example, as a student, make many connections with friends from other states, higher authority of university to them, industry to help them succeed in their chosen field. After that, the weaknesses for this level, the first is resistance to change factor occur at a higher level among teachers because they cannot accept change after being comfortable in their zone in their traditional way. So many educators feel unprepared to use new technology to support learning. The second is insufficient financial resources for private higher education institutions due to high management costs without government support, which differentiates disadvantage from public higher education. As a result, private higher education took action such as raising the course fee to cover all the costs of their expenses. Okay, next for my recommendation for improvement based on the weaknesses, which is first, higher education should always embrace changes in online learning and encourage continuous active learning. They should invest in technology to improve the learning experience that guarantee a good learning environment because it facilitates the involvement of students to collaborate in online activity. The second is increase government funding for private higher education institutions to ensure that they have adequate resources. It can be done through grant, subsidy, and tax incentive. My other recommendation apart from weaknesses is higher education need to focus on interdisciplinary education so that connects traditional academic discipline and prepares students for the complex future challenge facing society. That's all from me. Thank you. I pass to my friend Jana.
Okay, for the conclusion, the education system in Malaysia has been designed according to the suitability of students in Malaysia. But even though our education system is already good, the ministry needs to monitor and make sure the learning syllabus is relevant following the current era. The education system need to be upgraded or changed if there are any disparity of so that we can maintain the quality of our education system. That's all from us. Thank you.